Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be your reading for the week of the 16th going to the 22nd of August. So let's go straight into it. So for channeled messages for the earth signs, it was really good, especially in terms of work, in terms of passions, and in terms of projects. It felt really good, really good. Whatever we're building here, I do see an unexpected result coming in, which feels really nice. A lot of you, it is going to be people who are wanting to work with you, wanting to sign contracts, I do see contracts coming in for you guys, by the way. This feels good. This feels like a good contract. It feels like luck coming in for you guys as well. Spirit is almost saying here to me, it's not luck. This just needed to happen. The wheel was bound to turn at one point, and if things have been a little bit stagnant for you, or things have been a little bit on the upside down for you, things are now moving forward, which is nice. Projects, plans are finally moving forward too. You are going to start to see results from this because you're more in surrendering energy, you're more in receptive energy, which is nice. But most importantly, you've learned how to find that blissful balance, which is when to work, when to relax, when to push forward, when to calm down. And I like this. We're balancing our energies perfectly, which is amazing in terms of projects, plans, and work. Now, in terms of relationships, there is a little bit of an iffy moment is what I want to say. Now, I see that there is a definitely possible soulmate in your life. The only issue is there is a blockage between you and them because someone or the both of you are putting up boundaries because there is a fear that the both of you have, that whether it's the other person's going to leave or that you're going to be used, whatever it is, it's old situations and old scenarios that are kind of being regurgitated and put into a really kind of good connection that shouldn't really have this. Like, say for example, someone gave you trust issues or someone gave the other person trust issues. Now in this relationship, they can't trust you properly. And now, because they didn't heal, or because they're not addressing this, not, putting those boundaries in place and not letting the other person know, now there's a little bit of miscommunication. As you can see, phone calls. Some of you might be long distance, by the way. This could be over a phone that you guys are going to be discussing this. You might have met over the phone, Taurus. it feels like this could potentially be an amazing relationship, but there's boundaries in place, and it could be one person shutting the other one down, and it's like, what's going on? So instead of discussing what's going on, now there's confusion in a relationship. Now there's a little bit of pain involved. Now there's a bit of neglect involved because someone's feeling left out. Left out in the cold, high and dry is the words I want to say. So yeah, that's the only issue I see here. Again, this does look like a good connection. You guys know I would tell you if it didn't. I would tell you if it didn't. But this does feel quite good. And I just feel like we need to be a bit more open about what we're experiencing, how we're feeling, and not to fear vulnerability, because the other person understands. The other person, and again, if it's not you, it's the other person. You understand. You're very open to this. So there's just a fear involved. That's the only thing I can see getting in the way of that. But aside from all this, let's see what else is going on for you, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for the week. Please, Spirit, what can you tell me? Page of Swords. So there we go. A little bit of bitter words being shared here. There is a little bit of jealousy involved. Here we are, Taurus. We have the King of Pentacles coming in. This is you. I don't know. I haven't even had caffeine today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But we have the King of Pentacles. Good for possessions. Good for you and your own energy. This is amazing. Now, the only issue I see with this is this card is almost coming up exactly with this, which is maybe you putting up the boundaries and barriers. Now, this could be because someone else is acting like this, though. Page of Swords. Someone has accusations. Someone is, again, acting out of this normally is triggered energy. This person, because we have clouds in this, it does mean that this person is not seeing entirely properly. It does feel like accusations are being pushed around, or someone's just watching you. It's gonna call you Virgo. Someone's watching you, Taurus. Someone's really kind of like defensive because they have some suspicions about you. Now, this person, again, could be listening to their friends or other people around them with the Four of Wands, or this person's just worried or protecting what they have here. But the thing is, you're doing the same. We're worried. So we're now keeping to ourselves here, Taurus. Now, again, finances will be increasing for you, by the way. I feel like this is what we're manifesting. I do see a lot of abundance coming in for you, because you're working on your own. You do rule second house anyways, which is about finances and possession. So things will be moving up for you. Just be careful of being too greedy. Now, I don't mean greedy as in, screw everyone else, I'm going to keep what I'm having. It's not like that. But more so the case, if we're not using things that other people might need, this is in the universe's terms seen as greedy, right? This is the law of usage. If we have hoarded everything here that could potentially be useful for other people, this is greedy in Spirit's eyes. Why? Because we've eventually got our hands full. And if we are like this Four of Pentacles, and we are so worried about losing what we've got, we're so unwilling to give it away, we have no space for anything else. And if you have been waiting for things to come in, again, maybe just letting go of this expectation that you want to keep what you have, allowing the flow to come in will help that wheel to turn, will help things to move forward for you, okay? So it's really important that we trust, because it feels like a trust issue here, but it's not in relationships. Maybe it is in relationships, but it's mainly to do with the universe. We need to trust a little bit more, okay? Because with the Nine of Wands, there is, again, you've had things taken away from you. I understand, which is why we're worried, because we've had to build ourselves up here despite the losses that we've been through. But I feel like you are going to be in possession of a lot of things in your life, but we need to learn how to let these things flow, okay? So we have the Page of Swords coming in and the Ace of Swords, which feels like there is going to be communication coming in. This does feel like it's going to be cleared up, and it almost feels like this is the last challenge before you get to reach this Four of Wands. So if this is a relationship, you guys are going to be stable, you are going to celebrate together, but there is just a little bit of a clearance that you guys need to work out. Again, the world here is about a new cycle, so this does look good. It does feel like an external thing. I feel like something's in my ear, like someone's in my ear, someone's being spoken to about you, Taurus, and the people are twisting what's happening or anything like that. Just be aware of this. As long as we're being truthful and honest and speak to this person about it, you will be victorious, right? You hold the sword that has the crown on it, okay? If people are trying to accuse you of things, all you need to do is not get defensive. Again, don't do that. Don't shut out and say, how dare you, because it's going to feed into what these other people have been saying, okay? Instead, go, actually, this, and this. I can see where you see the confusion, but this is actually what happened instead. Coming cool, calm, and collected is very, very good in terms of proving yourself. And if you don't want to prove yourself, then fine, but just remember, having that energy of like, it's just like, I feel like I want to do this here, that's not going to help you, because there are people here who are trying to conspire against you. Well, again, this person's mind is just going to keep going in loops, saying, see, I told you. Anyways, moving away from the situation, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Devil card here, we have the Two of Swords. And now the great thing about it is when the Two of Swords comes in, I do see you are setting boundaries. Ooh, Taurus coming in with the Emperor here. I think we had last time, Taurus, I feel like someone's going through something. Didn't we have that? And giving them space. This feels like where things are going to get clear, but I think we need to set some boundaries, because it's almost as though someone's bringing this into a relationship or into a business, and it's devil energy, right? It's bad habits, bad things, it's temptation, it's laziness in some areas, it's a lack here, it's not just going to harm this person, it's going to harm the whole thing, whether it's a business or it's going to be a relationship. I don't know how to say this. I'm just really running with what Spirit is saying here. The interesting thing about it is how can I explain this? I think there's some honesty that is needed between, I do think conversations with people around this week is definitely needed here, guys. And if it's not them calling you in for a chat, then we need to call them in for a chat. What is this? This feels like Love Island. With the Two of Swords, this is about habits. I feel like it's breaking the chains. And I love it because we have two chains here and we have the two swords here. So it is cutting this away, which is good. But this is coming from the Emperor's point of view here about listening to your intuition, which we have the High Priestess here as well, to clear any confusion so that we can move forward. Now, whatever this is, it can be fixed. I see that there is a potential here for something to be fixed here, Taurus, but we need to kind of really, it's assertiveness with the Emperor, and it does really feel like that. You know, it's sometimes putting our foot down is really necessary as long as it's done correctly. Again, cool, calm, collected, but dominant. How do I explain this? Especially if you guys are a boss, you know, it's about going, this isn't acceptable. There might be a fear here of saying this or being this way, Taurus, but you're more in control than you think you are with this. And sometimes people need to just hear so that they can then improve, you know? As long as we're not nasty about it, we're fine. Okay, let's see what else is coming up for you. We have the Queen of Wands coming through, so we could be dealing with another, with a fire sign. We have Leo, Sag, Aries. We have the Queen of Swords, the Strength, and the Queen of Wands. And the Empress, a lot of feminine energies coming in. We might have a lot of options around us here. Now, we do have a match here, which is nice. So relationships do look good, especially if there's a lot of options going on around you here, guys. I do feel like there is someone who is on your level, so pick accordingly. You will vibe with someone a lot better. We have the Strength card coming with the Queen of Wands. So ideas are going to be coming in for you guys that will need discipline for you to be able to carry them out. In fact, because these two have come out together and the Strength card in between, we have what it takes to do what it is that we need to do moving forward. Now, the Queen of Swords is about discipline and control, and the Queen of Wands is more about passion and confidence and sass, really, as well. And, you know, she's a really good business person to be around. So I feel as though either this is a team and this looks like a good team, whether this is you here and it's parts of yourself that's balancing out here with the Strength card. As you can see, two opposite energies that come together to create a really good dynamic. This is almost what's happening here, and it's helping you balance. It's helping you bring about these new cycles, these new opportunities, these changes. So this week does feel like a very, very big week for improvement here. Yeah. As you can see, there's a very different energies here as well. Like we have the waiting, kind of when is it going to happen? And all of a sudden news is coming in for you with the Knight of Swords. Oh, what's happening here? What's going on? Three of Swords, Seven of Cups. We might get some news at work, by the way, about something here. Because it almost feels like we're trying to deal with something or we're trying to work something out, and all of a sudden we're getting some news that's coming in. And the Three of Swords, it could be a separation. This could be, again, a little bit of confusion here. The Nine of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, there's a little bit of worry this month, but this is going to transform you for the better. It's causing you to put boundaries in place. And for a lot of you guys, if you are in a leadership position, then this is something that we are having to learn how to deal with. Taking accountability and responsibility for things that, you know, are, we're having to solve other people's issues. Taurus, you are becoming someone who people feel like they need to go to if they're going through this pain. Because I don't think this is your pain. This feels like it's someone else's pain. And especially with this, it's like we might be taking on too much. We might need to set healthy boundaries and say, look, I can't deal with this right now. I'm trying to do something. I'll speak to you in like a sec. Like, give me 5 minutes. Give me an hour. We need to learn when to do this. Because someone's almost like, and for some of you, this is someone who is kind of attacking you for no reason. Because they're believing something up here. I don't know what you're dealing with, guys. In some ways, I hope it doesn't resonate because this is messy. Because it's coming in so quickly. When you're just trying to deal what you're dealing with. And you're like, when is this going to end? When am I going to actually finish this so I can deal with this? It feels like a juggling act, you know. And it could be work and personal life, or it could be, you know, anything here. But you're trying to deal with your own stuff, and other people are like, Taurus. Guess what just happened? Taurus, look at this. And it's like, I can't be dealing with this right now. A little bit of difficulty coming up for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I have to be honest here. But again, this is going to improve your skills as a leader. So if this is something that you want to do in the future in terms of career, this may be troubling right now because we're still learning how to deal with the responsibility, but you will be able to get there. And plus, look at this, you'll be in a throne. Okay, you'll be in a throne. We just need a bit more discipline. Maybe we need to sort out how we're spending our time so we have more time for things like this, you know, so it's not so last minute. And we can deal with issues, you know, stuff like this. But don't overwhelm yourself, my lovely. If you need boundaries, take some time off. If you need to put boundaries up, then do so. Don't feel guilty. Like I said in the other reading, I believe. Don't feel guilty for putting your own needs first. Because everyone's demanding stuff from you. And it's almost like as soon as one comes in, the other one comes in as well. And you're like, I have to deal with something here. I can't be dealing with this right now. Even I'm getting frustrated. Okay? Take some time out if you need to. I do think that we are going to finish this project. We're going to finish this thing. We are going to deal with our own stuff. And I think we're also setting boundaries for other people so that they know that they can't just come over to us. Like, I'm almost feeling like there's like a line that these people could be going to someone else, but they happen to be coming to you because you are a good leader. That could be what it is, because you solve problems quicker than anyone else, because you're more authentic. So seeing it in that way will help you. But this period of difficulty will be over. And one thing I want to mention again, there is abundance in work. Things are moving forward in work. Okay? Things are moving forward in work. This is a part of it moving forward. That's what I have to say. Okay? But if you need time out, by all means, go and take some time out. But a lot of you, this is kind of training for this leadership in this big position in life that you want to be in. So this is ultimately good. Doesn't feel like it in a moment, but it will be. Okay? I wish you guys all the best. I love you. I will see you guys next week. Good luck. Take some time out for you. But remember how much of a boss bitch you are, because you will be able to get through it. Okay? Love you guys.